So I thought I'd start off with a video about who I am and how I can help you with your marketing. So just to give you a few tips about me, I am the youngest head of marketing that there has ever been. I have achieved a lot in my life and I am very happy about that. I won't blow any more smoke up my ass, but I can help you with all things PPC, all things digital marketing, when it comes to social media and Google, Bing and Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. I am one of the pros, so I can help you with all sorts of things. So we're going to start off with social media in general. So as most people know, social media is now a massive thing and has been for 5-6 years already. All of my generation on it, everyone below my age is on it, depending on what platform they use. You've got things like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. You've got TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest, and quite a few others. So obviously I'm based in the UK. So I can only offer advice for the UK market. I've worked across UK, Ireland, Portugal, Spain, Italy, American. So I can offer advice across different industries, but this is purely for the UK market because it's what I know inside and out and it makes most sense. So social media in general, as we know, there are billions and billions of people on social media nowadays. The universe has almost 7 billion people, and out of those 7 billion, I think it's something like 4.5 billion are on some form of social media. Not all of them potentially. I mean, I don't necessarily have all of them myself. I don't really keep up to date with Pinterest from my own personal opinion, but can offer opinions about it when it comes to for business. So it kind of depends on what you really want to get from your social media and what you're trying to do with your business. So for example, an e-commerce business that is already on Facebook and already has a website would potentially do very well at Facebook advertising. For a business that is interested in connecting with other businesses, so a B2B rather than a B2C, it would be much easier to connect with them on LinkedIn. You're more likely to get a professional response. You're more likely to get somebody in their business mode as opposed to in their social mode just scrolling down their feed. So it kind of depends on what platform you want to go for, and also, what you need. So my job at the moment, obviously, is to strategize for all the clients that I have, depending on who their target audience is and what they want. So there's lots of different ways to utilize social media. The basics being posting, 5 to 7 times a week about different content, about your brand, about your team members, about your office, about the fact that you're working from home, about, so for example, right now, COVID-19, you will find a lot of information about people about their business on social media, especially LinkedIn. LinkedIn has actually added a new feature as of today or yesterday that says you can put your COVID update in there. So LinkedIn has definitely jumped onto the right thing, and I think it's a really good thing for them to do. We are kind of now not necessarily coming out of COVID-19, because that's definitely not a thing, but people are a lot more relaxed. It's not necessarily as strict a lockdown as it was. I mean, I've been back at work in the office for the last 2 weeks, and I work in Southend, so it's very interesting to see the amount of people that are out in the streets. But yeah, so social media is basically a lot of different avenues, a lot of different ways. But the first best practice you need to get in place in the next 6 weeks is to post, to have a filled out social media platform. If that is Facebook, it's to have a cover photo, your logo as your profile picture, or as your business page picture rather. To have, your bio filled in, your website linked to. If you don't have a website, then don't link to it. To have some posts going up about your brand, use the content that's on your website. If you don't have a website, then potentially get a website, and just start filling in so that your profile looks trustworthy. Have a little look at your competitors and see what they're doing, because it will give you an idea of what your industry does, and that sort of thing. So it's basically just about getting the best practices in on your social media. Now, it might sound tedious to sit there and, put a decent cover photo on, fill out your bio. You can go to the extremes of adding all your services. You can go in and add all your products, depending on what your industry is. So Facebook, I think, is probably the first one you want to start with. Facebook and LinkedIn are probably the main players in the game at the moment. Instagram is good for some businesses but poor for others. Depends what you're trying to achieve and what your business is. LinkedIn, like I mentioned, you want to do the same best practices that you would do on Facebook. Make sure your profile looks kitted out. Make sure you've got, everything filled in that you possibly can. There's a lot of automations and things you can do on Facebook and LinkedIn, but I would start with the basics. Start posting, get all your profile up to date, make sure your business looks like a real business, and then go from there. But that is 5 minutes of social media beginning with Sarah. I will leave it there. Have a great evening and catch up with me again in the next few days.